Hello friends. I am very sorry that I have been AWOL lately, and I would like to tell you why. A lot of you have commented, what's going on? Why are your posts slowing down? And it's because I'm currently 8 months pregnant. And unfortunately, not being able to take your ADHD medications while you're pregnant, in combination with baby brain, makes making these videos exponentially harder. So it's not that I'm not here, it's not that I'm not paying attention, I haven't abandoned you, I've just been a little busy. But I am back right now specifically to talk about vaccines and pregnancy. Because one of the things I've noticed the most in a lot of the mom groups and pregnancy groups is vaccine hesitancy, especially getting vaccinated while pregnant. So I wanted to talk about why I personally am getting vaccinated against pretty much everything you can get vaccinated against while pregnant. So this is gonna be a series of videos. I'd like to start with the first vaccine that I got while pregnant, which is Tdap. So Tdap stands for tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. And why we give this to pregnant women between the 27th and 35th week of pregnancy is specifically the pertussis or whooping cough piece of the vaccine. And I got this at the beginning of my 3rd trimester. And here's why it matters. Prior to the introduction of the first version of the vaccine, the US used to have hundreds of thousands of cases every single year and thousands of deaths. And unfortunately, due to vaccine hesitancy and evolution away from the vaccine, cases and deaths are returning. And those who are most likely to be killed by whooping cough are infants under the age of 1. In the US alone in 2025, there were at least 27,000 cases and 13 deaths, almost all of which were in children under 1. And that's not something that I want for my child. And one of the best ways that you can protect them is by getting vaccinated yourself while in your 3rd trimester. Because my body will start producing antibodies that I can then pass to my baby. Because while pertussis or whooping cough or the 100-day cough is not as contagious as measles, it is a bacterial infection that will infect 80% of the people that are exposed to it if they are not vaccinated, and is capable of causing coughing that causes shortness of breath, loss of oxygen, can break ribs, and, as said before, can be fatal, especially in young children with underdeveloped lungs. Babies don't get their next dose of the vaccine until 2 months, so unless you get the vaccine in pregnancy, your baby isn't going to have any antibodies for those first 2 months. But they're going to be going to the doctor's office, places where they might potentially be exposed. If you have older siblings or your child needs to go to daycare, those are other places where they might get exposed. One of the best things you can do as a parent is get yourself vaccinated so you can pass those antibodies on to them. It takes about 2 weeks for antibodies to develop in the parent and be passed to the baby, which is why they recommend getting them before the 36th week. Because even if you go into labor earlier, you've still passed on protection. And honestly, if you can do anything to protect your child from what at the very minimum is going to be a miserable 100 days of coughing, but at the maximum could be lethal, why wouldn't you do that? Honestly, it seems like a no-brainer to me. Which is why I did it, and why I would strongly encourage anybody who is hesitant about getting vaccines while pregnant to do so. It is one of the greatest gifts you can give your child. I'll be making more videos about the other vaccines that I've gotten while pregnant, including flu and COVID and RSV. And for the people who follow my regular content, I will do my very best to make videos about flu, measles, COVID, and bird flu. Just know it's a whole lot harder when I feel like I have the attention span of a gnat. Good luck, stay safe. If you're not masking right now, now is the time to be masking, because there's a whole lot of stuff out there. I'll see you soon.